Nice, excellent. Already verified, all look correct. Good job. Now, without your paper, I want you to not neglect the formula. Don't forget about the formula, okay? So if we start off blank and you left your paper home, it's your job to remember this is a whole step here, this is a whole step here, this is a half step, and so on, okay? Let's not forget about that because that's very important, and that formula is also going to help you with us moving on. Why are scales important or significant? Because let's go back to the whole thing about the ABCs. Music presents 12 letters, 12 notes in the alphabet. Here they are. When you write scales, we know the major scale has 8 notes. Well, let's call it 7 because the first and the 8 is the same. 7 notes. This is the significance of the major scale. Let's say we're playing a song in C. That means these 7 notes we need. All right, everybody is with me? That automatically eliminates this note, this note, this note. We have no business playing these notes. This has nothing to do with the song we're playing in C. Automatically, music has just been simplified. Okay? Even though we don't know which one of these 7 notes we have to play for this song, we already eliminated some of these that we know have nothing to do with this song. Everybody's with me? It's just back to the number thing as I've mentioned. 0 through 9, that's the number system. There's a code. If I take out my phone, there's a code that I have to press, and that code has to be right for me to get through to Pastor Shane. That code, we call it phone number, right? Imagine I don't know his phone number, but I'm gonna try something random. First call, I got it wrong. Oh. Second time, I got it wrong again. Third time, I got it wrong again. Those are musicians who have no idea about scales, but that they do know my piano has a lot of buttons, so I'm gonna try. Wrong note, wrong chord. Maybe it's this chord. Wrong chord again, right? We're gonna get there of mastering these 7 notes. But understanding the scale simplifies music a great deal just by eliminating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 notes automatically. Open the window and throw them out. We have no business using them. Those numbers of me trying to get through with Pastor Shane, I don't even have to worry about trying those numbers because they do not apply to me getting through with him. Those notes does not apply with me playing the song that I need to play in the key of C. And I'm just using the key of C, but that same case applies to any scale that we're in. Any questions at this point? So that's the big deal about scale. And the reason why these particular notes are significant for C or for any scale, the reason why these notes are significant is because remember, I used the term they're family. They're a family of notes, right? That's why they only belong here. Because it's a family of notes, those are only the notes that pertains to our song. From the time you play outside of the scale, your ear should tell you something is not right here. Okay? These numbers will be your guide. Eventually, your ear is going to be able, and this is where we're trying to head to. This is our goal. Eventually, your ear is going to be able to tell what the 3 sounds like. These notes, regardless of what your root is. What the 4 sounds like, what the 5 sounds like, what the 6 sounds like. Your ear will be able to tell. Okay? From the time I've been playing music, it's the same 7 notes that I've been dealing with. At some point, understanding the structure or this structure, you will get your ear tuned. That way, when you listen to music on the radio, you can identify the movements without an instrument in front of you because your ear is trained to know, oh, that's a 5, then they go to a 4, then they go to a 3, then they go to a 1. Okay? So this is what we're going to be dealing with heavily. Remember, we're starting slow. A lot of these things are new to you, but understand this, music is a never-ending journey, okay? I tell students all the time, the greatest musician, the greatest guitarist right now is sitting down trying to implement new inversions, new chord techniques, different styles, whatever the case may be. So don't ever come to a place where you think you've reached, because music is always advancing and evolving and moving. I've mentioned music is all about context, right? Music is all about context or orientation or proximity. When you listen to a song, that song belongs to one of these scales. That song belongs to a scale. And once we identify the scale, those are the family of notes that song is dealing with. For example, let me that guitar, and I'll call out the number to you. Let's do Amazing Grace. You know Amazing Grace? You've heard it before? Amazing Grace. I just played 5, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3. 2, 1, 6, 5. These are I'm in the key of D, so these are the notes that I just played. The numbers I just called out. I like it. Let me answer the thing from her. The numbers I just called out are these numbers in this family. If I wanted to play that song again in this same key, I can't play any other notes because it's not in the family. Everybody's with me? So that's the importance of scale. Let's move on from that. I don't expect you to get everything tonight about this. Here's a vocabulary word. What's melody? The way it sounds. Yeah, that's an easy way of putting it. But let's get more into it. Melody is, well, I'll give you an example. Shout out the song that I'm gonna hum. Excellent. That's exactly what I wanted. Somebody said Twinkle Twinkle, another person said ABC. Those two songs have the same melody. Get it? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, twinkle, twinkle, little star. Everybody get it? That's melody. Melody is the notes within the family to make a tune, to make the song. Check this out. Somebody, Joanne, play this. Play this one down to G. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. What that sounds like. Play it again. I'll give you a hint. A Christmas song. Play it again. Exactly. So he's playing the melody to Joy to the World. What is musical timing? You got your phone with you? Play a song. Slow, simple song. Come up closer so we can all hear. So musical timing. And this will help you because all we've done so far, we've touched on notes. And remember, I'll say this and I'll say it again over and over. In music, there's two major laws that determines whether your music is right or wrong. That is one, pitch, and the second is musical timing. Pitch falls under the right chord, the right note, nailing the melody, right?
Pitch.
Yeah, pitch. The other one is musical timing, and that's what we're gonna cover, because it's 50%, you gotta nail pitch, but your music is wrong if you have no idea of musical timing. Let's hear a song. You're a drummer. Pick up the beat to that song so we can hear it. That's it, that's all I'm looking for. Don't double it, just straight. That's it. Everybody hears that? Change it. Play a different one. He just picked up the beat to that song. You hear that beat? All right. So, musical timing is the element that keeps musicians together. Imagine a whole band, but nobody knows the timing, and everybody's doing their own thing. Not only musicians, but singers also have to abide. If that song is happening, everybody on stage, singing and playing, have to abide by one timing, right? We touched tempo. Anybody remembers what tempo means? Musical term for speed, right? So it's just hey, in case the song is slower, you want to play it faster. Hey, can we pick up the tempo a little bit? Just means let's speed it up a little bit. Musical timing is what keeps everybody in line. Everybody in line. For a song, there's only one beat that can possibly happen at the same time. So you can't play your own beat while somebody else is playing their own beat. We'll get more into that. Don't get beat confused with rhythm. We'll get more into that as we go on. So, if we were to play, everybody got their piano in front of them. Let's hear C, C. Let's hear C. All right, so I'll be the drummer. I'll be your beat keeper, okay? I want everybody to play C 4 times. C for 4 beats. Everybody's on the key of C for 4 beats. That's it. After 4 beats, what are you gonna do? You're gonna stop, okay? You're not gonna start before I start counting. You're not gonna continue after 4 is done. 4, and that's it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Nothing should continue after that. 1, 2, 3, and 2. Stop. I hear lag. This here defines when you're pressing your button. You're not playing in between. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing should be happening in these spaces here. Silence. Everybody's clear? And the reason why I start counting before you do. So I often use the analogy when talking about timing, a skipping rope. I have the end of the rope, somebody else have the end of the rope, we're skipping. Now if you have to jump, right? If you're the one jumping in that rope, what do people typically do? Do they just casually walk in and jump? What are they doing? They're looking at the rope and they're timing to jump in so they don't mess up the rhythm. In other words, they don't mess up the timing. When I do this, that's your job. Listen to me so you can jump, so you can target exactly when you need to press those buttons. Nothing should be happening in between here. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, and. Excellent. Let's do it 8. Let off. I noticed some of your pianos, they have sustain and it rings after. Press it and let your finger up. Don't sit on the buttons. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and. Caught you. 8. It's your job to count. 1, 2, again, 3, and 5. Very good. This time, we're gonna play 4. We're gonna play 4. C for 4 here. 2 beats of silence. And then C for 4 here.
Where is it?
4. C for 4 beats, 2 beats of silence, or rest they call it. And then after the 2 beats of rest, 4 again, C. Now that silence, when you don't play, what should be happening in your head? Keeping count, right? Just because we don't need to play, this timing doesn't go out the window. It still stands. Our head should still be bopping. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and. Rest. Very good. Very good. You're getting there. Let's do it for 8. Let's do it for 8. 4 beats of rest. And then we play 8. Remember, you're counting, okay? Counting. 1, 2, 3, and. Nice, nice, good job. So that's timing, that's timing. So when we do songs, when we give the musicians their chords, they don't only get chords to know which button to press, but you also as a musician need to know how long I need to spend on these buttons before I go to the next button and before I go to the next button, right? Musical timing. Scale is a family of notes, and it goes up in increments, and it also comes down. The same way it went up, it comes back down. And I'll count you off. So this is the same timing, but everybody's climbing up together. When we go up, when we reach up here, stop, and then I'll count you down to go back down, okay? Everybody's starting here. Let me hear the first note. Let me hear the second note. First note again. Second note. Third note. Next. Keep going. Nice. You with me?
Yeah.
Let's hear it. Missed one. There we go. Excellent. Ready? Together. 1, 2, 3, and. Very good. So we're up here. We're up here. We stopped when we are up here. Get ready to come back down. The same way we climbed up this ladder, we're coming back down with the same timing. Ready? We're coming back down. 1, 2, 3, and. Excellent. Let's talk more about musical timing. What can we say about musical timing? It is consistent. If I did this, do you see a pattern here? No. If I did this, do you see a pattern here? What's the next number? Do you see a sequence? If this is the one number, huh?
8.
Correct. Let's make believe this is timing. What can we say about timing? It is predictive because it's consistent, it's consecutive. You can predict it. That's why that same rope, you're reading it to know when's the next one so you can jump in, right? So, same case here. I said that to say this. The spaces in between the time you're striking your buttons visually should not look like one here, and then another one here, and then another one all the way here. Right? Is this consistent? No. That means the spaces in between your notes should have the same amount of time. That means you have to pay attention to your musical timing. Right? And again, before even songs that the worship team does, pay attention to when they start a song. What does the drummer do? That is a message to their band that this is the timing of this song and this is when you're going to start. That's the reason they do that. So we can make sure that that pattern, everybody is on the same case with this same sequence of pattern.